Thank you. And as this happens, we'll give a shout out to our editor, Sean, in the background. Wiggle fingers. Get the wiggle fingers. All right. And going back to the other mechs, the robot ones, big metal ones, that was part of the reason I made that decision. You guys didn't have to spend any money on it, so you really never noticed. But yeah, you notice how we've never had to deal with anything involving those places. They're self-sustained. I did that because, one, I need more people because we need an armor division. It was something we were lacking when we hit Calliste. So I'm going to start training a mech division.
That really would have helped.
An armored infantry suppressive force. We can drop it into an engagement, and they be a magnifying force for our people.
Right.
Magnify the effectiveness of our troops in combat. Because it's silly to think we're not going to end up in combat. That's literally, we are a mercenary company. It is what we
going to happen.
So with mechs, since I'm on the it is lucrative to a point. Without me going on a tangent. Kind of. So
many wallets writhe in agony at the thought of funding men.
It's one of the reasons. Excuse me. I got a coughing fit and hiccups at the same time. Oh God. That's one of the reasons we're going to start tracking gear's hit points, its hardness. We're going to go into true things that were part of both the DMG Player's Handbook and then adding in aspects of the Freebooter Survival Guide where we trim up some shortcomings and have moved some stuff around for our settings specifically.
Right.
Still all 100% in line with 3.5. I think you guys were made preview in Dice chat to some of the stuff we were doing. There were changes to strength mod or strength based on your size. There were
bonuses to hit based on size relative to what you are engaged
instead of
with
just putting in a blank plus or minus that your character always has no matter what. It's based on your size. If you're fighting something larger than you, you're going to have some penalties to that combat. If you're fighting something smaller than you, you're going to have some things to that combat. But you shouldn't have those pluses or minuses all of the time. They shouldn't be affecting your character as a raw. That should be something you have to track. That you should be paying attention to.
What is it called? What's the word? A responsive effect.
Yes.
It's more
instead of a dictative effect, it is a responsive effect. It responds to what you're doing, and I think it's a more... Yes, you're going to have to do more math. There is just more math. There is no way around it. Tracking.
But we also have technology, so it's not going to be hell.
There are people in the Discord that will happily help with all of this. We have a character sheet area where you can contact any of the admins when they are online. Even some of them may even jump on if they just happen to see the message pop up, and they will help you through the process. For anyone who is new to 3.5, you may have an easier time dealing with this because
your brain's a lot fresher.
You've got a lot fresher of a palette to work with. 3.5 players, there's going to be some role changes that kind of fuck you with you. And it's nothing big, but there'll be background things that come up, and it's just going to be a little weird until you go, hey, I thought this worked this way. And it's like, no, it's just tweak it to the left just a little bit.
It's nothing that breaks the game or makes it unplayable. It's just
like not even necessarily added flavor. Just like normally a huge creature has a static set of buffs and debuffs to it because it is a huge creature.
Yeah.
Those effects don't...
-2 to dex, always. Well, just because
you get that no matter what. Oh. But to hit the AC penalty, because you take -2 to your AC for being huge. That doesn't make any sense. If you're fighting something that is 2 size categories bigger than you, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you're punching up in weight class.
Well, not just that. When he goes to slap you, his hand is the size of your body.
Yeah.
It makes sense that your AC is easier for him to hit, whether that be to a penalty to your AC because you're fighting something bigger than you, or a bonus to their attack. Really, I guess it could work either way.
There would be changes on both sides.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, it goes this way. The bigger thing is going to be easier to hit because you've got more surface area to pop, 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 pop.
Right.
But again, his hand is the size of your whole body. So when he slaps you, that's that +2 to hit on his side. His hand is the size of your body.
So unless you're ridiculously fast,
which is what happens with smaller creatures, is a small creature just in general will get a bonus to their speed in most cases. It's still dependent on species, like halfling, all of this has different effects. But most of them get a bonus to their AC because they're small. That would go away. Because if a halfling and a halfling are fighting, well, that bonus they're the same size. That bonus to AC wouldn't apply. And this is where it's a little bit different, because even with them both having that bonus to AC, it does balance out, technically, but in a dictative way. It's forced onto the character sheet. They cannot lose it in any way. In this way, with it being reactive, it's not there on your character sheet. It would apply if you're fighting, again, scaled. I'm not going to keep making up examples. Way. Yeah. Small to big is going to only come into effect when you're fighting something that is smaller or bigger. It's kind of a complicated change, but it's not really. Not when you understand it only comes into effect when you're fighting something a different size.
Yeah, and when it's a different size class, typically the encounter.
Well, this is something else that's
framed
important.
In a way that's going to
Son
make
is a good example of what I'm trying to talk about. And with Son, they are effectively 2 size categories bigger than what they are.
Right.
This would come into play here. Son wouldn't get the bonus to attack. They wouldn't take the penalty to AC for being 2 size categories bigger than they actually are. They would still function as a large creature. So if they're fighting a large creature, they get all the strength bonuses with none of the penalties or bonuses from being large, because they're fighting something the same size.
Right.
Well, I mean, other than the grapple bonus for being effectively stronger, the bonus to strength, which comes from being effectively a different size category. There are things that Son benefits from, but in this way, you would still function as if you were fighting something large. Yeah, I know. You absolutely need to get the experience for that. Figure out how much it was, because what he did, I'm a huge Outlaw Star fan, been a huge Outlaw Star fan for a while. He made the caster into a longsword, and it's got basically a 357 Magnum barrel in the bastard sword, not longsword.
Spell storing on each cylinder.
Yeah.
700 days in the forge! I stayed in the blazing heat of the magma cavern!
And then he got kidnapped by me. And went, oh, cool! Thank you for doing that. Handed it off to my kid. Hey, this is yours. Go deal with that thing I called you. Yeah, no, call me when you're done.
That's a family heirloom. That is a family heirloom now.
Yeah, he's technically built 2 of these. You know that, right? You built one for the All-Mother and you built one for him. I just literally wanted it in a gun. I literally want it in a gun because I want the round to be able to detonate the spell that hits the target. Kings, I wanted a little bit different.
We built essentially a double weapon.
Yeah, in both cases. I'll get to you on the blueprint model for the All-Mother. It has been on the bottom barrel and I kidnapped you. There's projects to be worked on. Mushrooms to grow.
Ooh.
Mushrooms to grow. Mushrooms. No, not those kinds. It's not what we're talking about.
I knew that. I knew that entirely, completely.
Why would I kidnap one of the best biotechnicians in existence to grow mushrooms?
I'm a biotechnician, enchanter. Thank you. So I can make something that'll have you in every realm at once, my friend. Just give me enough time.
I have more skill.
I know. I'm great at looking like I'm
Son,
doing
what's
things,
your,
but my friend here's actually
Neves, what's your son's strength? It wanted with the upgrade. I think your strength's like 116, isn't it?
I didn't do it before. It was 90.
Yeah, that's right. So it's probably higher than that now. Oh yeah, it's wrong. We'll have to get with Atheist on what the specific changes were, but you need to talk to him. And no, I looked at the All-Mother's skill points. You want to know? 420 skill points. I am better at everybody's field than they are.
It's maddening. It's maddening. They could nat one and make it better than it was before they touched it. It is insanity to witness.
Yeah,
could
it's not like
throw a glass on the ground, shatter it into pieces, and it will cobble itself back together more pristine than it ever was. Like it was fresh out of the furnace.
He's mad about my skill list. He's really mad.
Oh my god. Oh my.
I don't build
it's
weapons,
not.
I don't build armor, but I am better at every form of science than everyone else is. I use them for their feats. Oops. I didn't mean to use some nicer word than use.
Uh-huh.
Totally find a nicer word than
With
use.
a level of intelligence, how could anything be anything else than a tool?
What's your int?
I don't know, scratching over 20.
My bonus is 24.
I know, it hurts. It hurts.
When I say
It hurts. It's the equivalent of your warm-up is no, what was it? It was my warm-up is your workout. That's what that feels like. It's like, oh my chest.
No, I went some rounds with the All-Mother. She's scary. Scary smart.
Man.
She is smarter than everyone in the party combined at the same time. I think I put 63 was my total. And my bonus is 24. Yeah. Son, I'm scary level U with intelligence. That's why you got kidnapped. It's like, no, I made you sign a contract 2 years ago that said on this date, I had your ass. No, this is legally binding. You signed right here.
Fine, this is
Come with
an
me.
overtime appointment. What do you need?
Yeah, this was scheduled 2 years ago. I don't care what you
Oh
think.
right, we got swept up in the war.
Yeah. No, this is I already excused the lateness. You're coming with me.
Uh-huh.
And I kidnapped one of the heads of the chamber. Totally, no, it's kidnapping. I kidnapped you. You're coming with me, you have feats I need.
As long as it keeps me productive.
That's exactly what the All-Mother said. You're coming with me, you have feats I need.
Oh my god. Just teleport him.
Talents I need is the way the All-Mother.
Talents. I have a certain skill set.
You have a skill set I need.
I have all the weird ideas.
Probably talk about a lot more of this in the next fucking. Where's the jar? Jingle the jar. In the next episode we get out, we'll go into more of the mechanics, mods, and stuff and stuff. Maybe break down Spell Slinger. We'll do a side-by-side comparison of a freebooter soldier versus a 3-5 fighter, and just kind of go over some actual framework and character builds and some stuff like that. But before we sign out for the day, we're going to go ahead and shout out our socials.
Don't forget, check out
The
Twitch.
Discord.
the Discord.
I'll fight you. Check out the Discord. It's right here. None of this works if people aren't on the Discord. There's the Twitch, which he was talking about,
Yes. Check out the Twitch. Anomaly Corporation.
which we are going to be on Monday, which should be Monday
That will be tomorrow.
Yeah, Monday, September 30th, because I don't know when this video will actually get posted.
Is that EST, Eastern Time?
Yes.
Okay.
That is what we're turning into our time slot on Twitch. If you
Also,
follow us there.
Be on the lookout for posts on the r/LFG subreddit. I will be making posts there. There will be Google Forms that you will be able to fill out and get in contact with us in a more efficient way, so we can be able to tell who wants to play when and what, how they play, what they're familiar with. We can get a general feel of you before you even get your foot in the door, which is an excellent way to get your foot in the door. So remember, the subreddit r/LFG, looking for a group.
Now, and this is a good point, because you can find us on our Facebook, or it'll be somewhere, Instagram, but we're not as active on those sites. That's just more for general posting. You can catch us on Facebook. There's generally one of us attached to it. But the most efficient way is the Discord. Check the Discord. If you get in the Discord, which will be linked, you can find us at all times. There's always someone on Discord that will get with you. They will be available to help you get through your character. We have a voice chat area where you can get one-on-one help with people, and you get integrated into the story.
Yes.
And like you said, what time are we planning for tomorrow for Twitch? 7 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, about 7 Eastern Standard Time.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, baby.
Yep. And we're launching a new campaign, 2 new campaigns, and they're going to be alternating. So 1 week it'll be, what's become the Gates, the Planar Gates campaign, which I will be running as, not as the All-Mother, but as who you generally have heard me as. I'll be running this campaign. It is directly linked up with the characters from a lot of our other Twitch streams that have gone out. If you're new, if you're old, you'll know who we're talking about. And if you don't know who we're talking about, we're happy to tell you.
Yes. So join the Discord.
Join the Discord. Have to join the Discord. But we will be on Twitch, and the other campaign is actually an intro campaign for new players who are interested. But for new people, there's a campaign coming in. Right. It is not going to be based in Xenosia. It's going to be, I'm not the DM, so I don't know all the details. I just know it won't be in Xenosia this time. So, please, check out the Twitch, check out the Discord, and have a good day.
Be safe.